Alright guys, we got a special guest today in the shop. Man, do one video about fixing some boats. They start bringing pieces and parts in, but I'm gonna make sure I teach him how to do it. That way, next time I won't have to actually do it. So, this is my boy Andre. We fishing the same trail. We've been buddies for 25, 6, 7 years. So, but he has a HPDI motor also in his lower unit. He's going to change the actual water pump in it. So we're going to do that. And you said it wasn't peeing as well as you thought it should have.
No, it wasn't peeing like it should have. It should have a good strong stream of water coming up through the pump.
Yeah.
And it just didn't seem like it was doing enough of it just looking back there. And a couple of times when I took off and got on plane and started running, all of a sudden I hear the alarm go off, and that's always a good indication that you're starting to run a little hot.
Yeah.
And so went ahead and ordered the kit. My engine is a little older than Mike's, so this is a 220. This is the foot off a 225 TLR. Mike has a HTLR, and if you look in the manual, you'll see that the TLR 225 TLR VZ 225 TLR is labeled under a 2006, even though I have a 2008 motor and boat combo, but yeah, that's just maybe how they sell them.
Right. So, but it's basically looks like the same thing. I'm gonna bring you closer so y'all guys can see. It's almost the same thing. I mean, it looks the same from the top. But I did notice on his prop shaft, he has a different kind of collar that goes behind the actual prop than the one I had. So it's just a little slight changes on it, but we're not going to worry about that. So we're just going to be hanging out in the shop today. Ain't no telling what we're going to fix. So we probably go out there and play with his truck here after this. So,
and as you see, I ordered in the Yamaha water pump repair kit.
Here, let me see the part number on that. This is the part number for, you say it's 2008.
This is well, it's going to show as a 2006 because they made it this style between 2006 and 2008, and so it's the same setup. Yeah. So I guess they got it labeled under the first part number the first time that they've had a build date on this, which is 2006. So it's a VZ 225 TLR 2006.
Okay, yeah, so his water pump and everything should be almost the same as mine. Now, all those water pumps for a lot of those engines in that time is almost the same. So in this kit, he's got the impeller, it's got the bolts, and that's the actual lower unit screw right there, and the plate and the gasket.
It has
it's 4 bolts in this kit,
as well as the dowel pins.
And these dowel pins, like I said, in my kit I didn't use the dowel pins. I don't see the reason to change these dowel pins, but he might see otherwise.
As well as,
yeah, as the cup that the impeller goes in, and the 2 gaskets, well, 3 gaskets. No, 2 gaskets and the Woodruff key. So the hardest part to me of this whole deal is this Woodruff key, getting it out. Hopefully his come out better than mine, but that's the hardest part of the whole thing to me. So that's the bolt.
We just throw them all in there, and
so we're just gonna hang out. This is not no how-to. We're just gonna turn the camera on and we're gonna do this, and hopefully it turns out to be a halfway decent video. So we'll be back. And that was another thing. This is a remanufactured lower unit. He had one replaced probably what, 3 years ago.
about 3 years ago.
About 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Cause his other one had locked up. So, but like I said, it's not leaking or anything, so we don't have to worry about that. We just replacing the water pump. So I think you need to pull up your seat, cause you're gonna do this. I'm just here.
I know I'm gonna do the work.
Here, this might mess with your knees, cause I ain't 6'5", so I don't have to worry about that.
All right.
Of course, this is going reverse. You probably want to pop them loose first.
Let's pop them first and see what we got.
Get us a thing to hold these screws.
They ain't even look.
Yeah, they ain't super tight.
They ain't even tight. Super tight. Look at here. And that's how my prop was when I took my prop off, because I'm like, once I pull the little card pin out, card key.
Yeah.
I thought maybe it was gonna wind up being real tight, but like, being that this is a plastic housing, I guess it's not meant to be tight, or you mess around and do some damage to the housing.
Yeah, I mean, they got a torque spec now.
I'm quite sure they do.
You can take them out and just put them in here.
Yeah. And now the thing I was concerned about, or wondering about, how they send you some new bolts with the new kit when, I guess we're gonna
turn shaft clockwise.
Oh, I need to.
Well, I mean, you might as well take those off too, because you're gonna have to take that off, put that new gaskering plate on it. So.
It looked like it was collared under there, but like I said, you know more than me, because I hadn't done it yet. Well, they don't send you these screws.
No. So like I said, back in the day when I first did mine, like I said, they came with the actual collar and the, also in there, but they don't put that collar in that kit no more. Which I don't understand, because you're going to have to take it off.
That one ain't even right. Like I said, I noticed on your fix-it video that you put Loctite on there.
Yeah, because I took this cap off of here and replaced seal, and it wouldn't stay down in there.
Yeah.
When I would put pressure, the 10 psi pressure, it'll pop out like a dang cork on a thing.
Now I'm noticing here that there's a little bit of condensation on there.
Well,
that's where the water.
That's where the water for the speed.
For the speedo.
Yeah, speedo right
but
here.
But everything else in there looked pretty dry. And just inspecting that, how did that look to you?
Yeah,
is that something we need to clean up, or is that just?
No, it just sits on top of this plate. It just helps hold that cap down, and I don't know what's the. And pull up at the same time as you can.
All right, so let's get an inspection on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't see no burnt marks in here.
Yeah, I don't see no melting on the plastic housing.
Yeah, because mine melted a little bit right here in this corner.
Yeah. Of course, we got a replacement cup, but we're gonna pull that one out. And then I noticed on your other fix-it video that you had that there's an O-ring down at the bottom of that cup, and
yeah, I'm just noticing. I don't know if that's some corrosion, like a rusting.
I'm looking at this
on this cup right here. I don't know if you guys see it. Probably not gonna focus on it, but right around that corner looks like some rusting, which it should be stainless steel. So
well, I'm looking right here. It feels like rubbery, like they see here.
yeah, I mean, you got some, like I said,
I think this is what they use to hold that rubber in there.
Like I said, last time I put some, I hate to say it, some glue on that last, not this last time, but the time before that, to hold that in there, because this it's a bad to hold this thing in here without any kind of adhesive or grease or anything like that.
Especially when you coming down back on there with it and you twisting it and at the same time.
Yeah. So let's pop this cup out of here.
Now, what did you use to pop that out of there last time?
Mine just came out.
It just
But mine's been out before, so
yeah. Well, here we go. Yeah, we can tell that. You know, that looks like some kind of adhesive or something that they use, and over time it probably squirted down in there once they got it going. But now I'm looking at it here, looking at this cup. I can see where it feels like it don't heat it up some.
Yeah, that's like I said, that's where mine heated up around that edge, and mine was up just a little bit, and I just got a scraper, you know, a blade or something just to scrape it smooth, because it's no big deal. I mean, as long as it ain't crumbling away, because this cup's in the inside of it anyway.
Now is that? Now when we know that we got this rubber here to create a seal between the cup and the housing here, and this is to create another seal. So I'm just wondering, based on this heating up, because like I said, I looked at another video where the guy was telling me you may need to replace that if this shows any signs of wear or heating or anything along those lines. But I'm not exactly sure if it's a bond or a seal that's supposed to create, and does there supposed to be any play in there or what. So I'm not exactly sure how that.
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm thinking that seal inside there seal this caps on top of it for it build pressure in there, for the actual, you know, some PSI in there to push that water through there. And
now the water is getting pushed straight, not straight up the shaft. It's coming back this way. So I guess it rolls around. I guess it goes around and goes in there. And, you know, I'm not exactly sure how that works, but we want that pressure on there.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of that we want to try to, you know, to.
I wouldn't
surface out, because that feels pretty thin right there to me.
Yeah, but I wouldn't try to cut none of that off. Because we don't know what we cutting off.
No.
But like I said, this little lip right here. It looks like the glue that they use on this side of it, but on the other side it looks like part of the housing. But we're not.
Yeah, we're not 100% sure now. The only way that I can really tell if that's, you know, where we see this lip here, if that's the housing end, and this was just the glue or whatever the case may be, the only way I'm going to be able to check that is have to pull that up online and just kind of look at it and zoom in on just to see if it's don't distort it itself or something along those lines.
I think that's the glue, to tell you the truth, because you can see the housing at the bottom part of it right in here, and it doesn't look nothing like this glue part of
no, and it looks like, and of course they went overboard on what they supposed to put in there. That's just way beyond what should have been in there, just to hold that gasket in there.
All right.
So alright, so
we got that part out. Now this collar, we got to get this collar off of here without destroying it, because we don't have a replacement for it.
I got a little surprise on this deal here. I stopped by Advantage Boat Center on my way.
Hey.
And they had that collar. They actually had two of them in stock, and they was collars only with tax only $10.70. But they didn't have the plastic space
I was
underneath.
gonna say, you didn't
They
get the
didn't.
space
They didn't
underneath.
have. They didn't have it. I'd have gotten it, but that's.
But I have an extra one of them somewhere around here, so hopefully we don't tear.
We don't have to tear, but at least we know we got a color just in case things go completely out of control. And actually, here's the part number on that collar. If you can see that clearly. Let me bring it into view here.
Yeah, you got you.
Maybe
zoomed in, so you're gonna have to come on back.
Come on down here, so. There. Mike know how to get that part number on there a little bit better than that. There you go.
There you go. That's the part number of that collar here. So, but like I said on my videos, I just went ahead and cut that collar off because I knew I had problems getting it off. So, but I went ahead and bought the tool that's supposed to take that collar off.
Oh boy, that thing is nice and shiny.
Nice and shiny.
That's a nice looking slide hammer there.
I only used one time and it's awful heavy too.
Ooh. Oh yeah, that's like a bullet aluminum type setup here.
Yeah, and see, and this is the part that's supposed to be able to go. You see, it's got a little lip on it.
Yeah,
and it's supposed to slide under there. It might work. It might work because I didn't use it to take it off. I used it to try to put it on. So I went on top of it and you see how it slid down. Yeah, it's under there. So let's slide that piece over top. And turn it sideways. Pull it up some before we can.
Yeah, we want to pull this forward as far as possible.
Go get this side down.
Alright.
Alright.
Alright. So I'm gonna get it. Let's get this tool out.
Don't go crazy like you trying to.
No, we
lift weights and everything. We just want to come.
That's what we look for.
Yeah. See, when I did mine, I didn't have that tool when I first started it. But by the time I ended the project, that tool had came in the mail. And I got that from eBay also. This was also a $60 tool, like the puller I got. So, like I said, I bought it I knew I wasn't going to use probably 1 time, 2 times in my boat lifetime. But, like I said, somebody else might need it, which they just did.
Yeah, and see, that's like you stated earlier, yeah. He gonna teach me how to do this, but he had the tool, and so it just didn't make no sense for me to come out here, go and buy the same tool, and I ain't gonna use it but once or twice. So we do share.
So, like I said, that's just the plastic space. I don't know the actual real name to that.
We're gonna try not to put too much tension on it,
yeah.
So we can save it. And just in visual inspection on it, does it look like it's
not melted? It doesn't have any distortion in it, like it's, been mistreated. So I think that's good. Now we got these washers on top of it here. And the top washer is just a regular washer. It's just a real thin regular washer. Then the second one is a what they call a wavy washer. And it's got little waves in it. I don't know why it's got the waves in it, but I'm pretty sure it's to try to keep some spacing in it.
And we're just gonna keep them in the same setup.
Then it's another one on the bottom.
We're gonna probably have to put a pick tool under there.
Another flat washer up under there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now, with me being a novice at seeing this actual part, just looking at it, visual inspection, I was thinking that it's going to be some damages to the actual impeller itself. To me, it looked like it was sealing. It looked like it's doing what it's supposed to do. It's directional, but I don't see no wear in it. Where's the wear that I need to be looking at, Mike?
See, yeah, that's what I was just looking at yours, and yours doesn't look like it's bent as much as mine. But let me get my old one. I keep all that type stuff review.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it might be the same. See, this is the old one that came out of my boat. And I did see one video said that there's some knockoffs to the real deal, and the knockoffs wasn't. They ain't made of the same plastic. You see how flimsy that plastic is?
And that's probably some old knockoff stuff.
And they feel that.
So yeah.
That's way.
And first of all, I'm looking at it. You see the height on this? Now, the height, it looks like there's a little bit of difference in the height on that.
Yeah, it looks like difference on the actual.
On the circumference of the yeah, it just.
We'll get the new part.
There it is over there behind you. And this is genuine Yamaha.
Yeah.
And we can't say this no more. And get the right stuff.
This is the part number of the impeller out of his kit. Yeah, it feels the same.
Yeah, you gotta pull it out. I was thinking you have to pull that whole plastic in.
Yeah, it feels the same as your old one. They must have upgraded it to like I said, my motor's is 2009, but yours is 2008.
But it still is it looks well. Then again, it's worn. So, well, let me turn it on the right side. This Woodruff key side is up, right? Or is it down? Woodruff,
yeah, it's
Woodruff key.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So
mine just look. It's just, even this part looks fatter.
It looks.
Like I said, don't worry about the plate. We got a new plate, so
yeah, we ain't worrying about any of that kind of stuff. But we are worried about the actual outer housing here. We don't want to boogie that up any kind of way. All right, it's coming. There's a little twist here, and a little twist there. Give it a little grab on the side. There we go. All right.
Back in the closer.
All right. But actually, with a different inspection on this here, this feels hard. I think it may start stiffening up as it heats up or something, because that feels stiff. So,
it's reacting to this plate. They feel loose on this plate.
Yeah, I don't know, but I'm just feeling like I said, the actual new part seems to be so much spongier. So it's probably after it heats up over a period throughout the fishing season, because they were saying, change it out there every season. But I don't think most people do that.
No.
But it depends on how, and it depends on how many hours. I mean, we're not professional fishermen, so we're not fishing week in and week out and all the time like the Elite Series guys do. We wish we could, but that ain't happening. We gotta go to work.
You gotta go to work.
So now I'm gonna.
Well, you can't pull that up without getting this key off.
Oh, okay.
That's gonna stop it right there. This key stops this plate from coming up. So that's the next thing we gotta do. We gotta get this key off of here.
And now we have to cover that area.
No, that's really. I mean, nothing's gonna go down in there. This key.
I
mean, if you had it might fall down there, and Dale's got a couple of passages in there.
Yeah.
But I don't think we got to worry about that, to tell you the truth.
Oh, right. Okay.
So the only way I found to get this key out is beat on it with a screwdriver, hammer.
And I saw a guy. What he did was he drilled a little notch in it, and then he put his air hammer on it, and it just came right out. I don't know if you have an air hammer, but you got all these nice air tools. So,
well, I got some of everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. I have the air hammer I got is a piece of junk. It won't air hammer much or nothing.
Well, but the thing about it is this thing ain't supposed to be in there just so choked in there.
Well, I guess it's worth a try, because we're gonna be hitting it with a hammer and and what you call it anyway.
That's an interesting chuck you got on there.
Yeah, and it's a headache too.
Get it out.
Yeah, pull it on.
All right. Which way up and down? It really don't matter.
It don't matter. It's twisting now.
All right. I'm trying to push it in there, so. All right. Put this back here on top of the bench. Mine is batteries.
Watch out, it might come out.
Yeah. He didn't put no whole lot. He didn't have to put too much pressure and he like a little bit at a time, and next thing you know it was out.
That's the closest we can get right there.
Alright. Okay. No, that don't look like that gonna do it.
Yeah, like I said, this is a piece of junk.
Well, we gave the old college try.
Yeah, the other thing I tried to do that helped a little bit was got my pair of vice grips, tried to grab it and hit the vice grip with the hammer. These vice grips.
Vice, we got a love-hate relationship with vice grip, cause
I can't use my other hammer because Rip Rap talk about me on that. But go ahead. You know. He said my hammer, man. He said, "Would you find that hammer in the bottom of you falling?" And I was like, well, "It works."
Well, sometimes you like say, ain't no sense in messing up a good tool to do no old dirty work. Yeah, that sounds like a lock.
Yeah, like I said, I was just trying to find something with a thin tip on it.
Thin a lip on that.
That dig harder. Well,
and this ain't gonna do this. This ain't no. This won't get on it, will it?
let's see.
Let me hold it.
Yeah.
That's coming out, ain't it?
Yeah, move. Then get the pliers and grab the pliers.
Yeah, that baby bust a move. Alright. So I think it's moving.
I told you. That's the, and like I said, there's no other way that I know to do that type stuff. Amongst you.
And the funny thing is, we will tell you, don't try this at home, but with the price of shop time, I suggest you try it at home. But
all right, so that took 30 minutes out of our life.
You sure ain't. There you go. Because that dial was there. And of course, you know, this been on here for 4 years. Yeah, gonna have to scrape and clean that up. So I got a safety razor out there in the truck in my tool kit. So that's what it's gonna take to get this off.
Now we're gonna get the plate to put on top of it.
We're just reversing what we did at first.
I don't think it matters on what.
No.
Oh yeah, yeah, he does that whole. Now we got to put that key back in there.
Let's find Mean Man. Where's Mean Man at?
Like I said, this is the Woodruff key. And this is the part number for that.
And it's the old one that's broken and tore all up that you just know that you can't reuse that.
You can't reuse these. These are one-time use. So, but when we put this key in there, all we can do is put it in that hole and tap it with a hammer and try to get it.
I saw the guy, he put it in straight, tried to hold it in there straight, and he got a pair of channel locks.
Yeah,
and he just gets it right on in. But you don't want to, unless you got a piece of rubber or something that you can put back there.
Yeah, I tapped mine in with a hammer, and I tapped it in with a small hammer to start with. I'm gonna give Rip Rap something else to laugh at now. This hammer right here is probably older than you, Rip Rap. So, but it does the job. It's still a hammer. It still beats some stuff.
Yeah.
And it's light.
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that.
Well, it sure don't give you much
room to go in
be
there.
able to hold it and put it like that there. Sometimes you gotta try to improvise. Try to come up with some stuff.
Oh, they know I do that all the time.
So hold this, and I'm gonna hold that into the crevice and see if you can get that on there. Lay it on there some kind of way, long ways, or however you could lay that on there. All right. I ain't got no I just properly can't see that. I'm a little visually challenged when it comes to that little small stuff. Plus my seat over here is breaking down on me. So. And
this lighting is not the best in here. I can try to change that light out right there that you found.
Yeah.
that I didn't know I had.
Found a light in his house. In his shop, bro. So.
He said that light don't work. I was like, what light?
Okay, get that thing a little tap. Maybe we can get it started. Yeah, it's going. It's going. That's it. And it goes on that straight too. You think I need to get some real hit on it, like I say.
Yeah, let me have two good hits.
Yeah, hit that song on. We ain't scared.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna come out of there.
No, and it's in there straight. Cause see, last time it was in there with the cattle cornered a little bit, and Cox. That's in there.
All right.
So at least, thank you, Mister. Cause I'm quite sure it's a piece of stock that you bought. You like, I don't bought more than I needed, or you don't cut you a piece off.
I don't cut a piece off of it, trying to make something.
Now we know what it is, daggone. This Woodruff key replacement tool. So,
yeah, cause shop hours are expensive.
Yeah. When I was just at the shop,
you still
at the Triton dealer, the shop there's got a big billboard out front, and Triton's all out in front of it. They're $125 an hour shop time. So that just lets you know that's the reason why we work on these things at home.
Wait till you get my bill. You gonna be like, they cheap. Bro.
See, I wind up leaving from here with something that I ain't even come with every time. So, and he always trying to figure out how did I wind up helping him and wind up giving him something at the same time.
All right. So what we're gonna do is gonna put a little grease on the bottom of that plate with it.
Well, that impeller's gonna spin around on
there. Yeah, just to get you in the water and start up, and that way it'll.
And we're gonna put a little grease on here to get this Woodruff key to fall in there.
No, we want that to stick on there
dry as it possibly can.
As good as possible. So
this is a new one, right?
Yeah, the other one be bent off.
I'm just looking at the discoloration on the inside.
Oh, it's already reacting to the air, huh? Okay.
All right, so
you got to visually see where that key is and try to get that key to line up to it. I mean, you can put a little. I put a little grease on the.
Yeah.
On just this part for the spin, which you need.
There. All right, so now Where the?
That's why I said you got a visual.
I looked at it.
It's on this spline now.
It's directly on that spline. Let's see. We're gonna put a little light on.
It's directly on that spline.
All right. That's helpful. That is helpful.
One of these days we're gonna get a good stand. He gonna make us a stand.
Yep.
Okay.
I don't know if it's fully down on there.
When you twist it, if it makes that grease go around disappear, it's on the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking pretty good.
Alright, so we're gonna go in reverse. We're gonna put the washers on there first.
Alright. So these washers.
We're gonna flat washer, wavy wash, then flat wash.
Yep. Just put them together one time. Flat. We got the wavy washer. And then another flat. And then we just put them together and just run them down.
Alright, then we gotta get the, I don't know what, I need to find out what they call that piece, but I call it the plastic. You gonna use the old one or you putting the new one on there?
Well, let's inspect it.
I guess you can use new one and keep the old one.
Yeah, that's usually the best. That's usually the best out. That's like changing out a fan belt. The fan belt ain't broke, but let's go ahead and put the new one on there and use the old one as a spare, just in case some things go wrong. We have something to pull out. So now this is where we ran into that situation here.
Yeah, see, this is supposed to be to put it back on now. This is supposed to.
We're gonna have to figure out another way.
Well, you know, the way I did it was.
And see, that's.
I don't know.
Okay, this is an old cup. Nope, it won't fit all that. See, I ain't got no washer.
Yeah, let's try that.
Yeah.
This is what you call using what you got.
Yeah. Let's take a peek at it. Going down on that straight too.
I'm gonna pull these out and give me a little.
Yeah.
Travel
there you are. Let's take a look at it. Yeah. All right, let's take a look at it.
I mean, that's as far as it was down last time.
Yeah, but let's look. I'm just looking at it though. It look like it. Maybe what's going on with some more.
I don't think it's gonna go no far. You can put your love tap on as yours.
I just want to look at it and see does it. I want you to take a look at it as well. Does it look like it's evenly going around all the way around the whole shaft?
Yeah.
Is it the same space over
the space, yeah.
Same space all the way around? Because it looked like it was. We're gonna give it one more little love tap. We believe in a little love. Yeah. I think this is our deal. I think that.
Now Yamaha, I want you to give us $50,000 a piece to come up with reusing the plate to put that cap on now.
And then put it on there evenly.
And we're gonna put that. I want you to put that in your manual too, because I want you to call it the Andre method. So.
And there it is. That's the reason why we keep these old pieces and things, because we never know what might come in handy and useful.
That's for sure.
But that knocked off, put it on there evenly, knocked off all of the monkey business.
Yeah, it did. It saved, like I said,
good 20 minutes.
Because it would took 10 of them looking for something to use to get them down. So. All right, so we got that on now. Which okay then.
All right,
so we back to the housing here now.
Which we got to clean that up. We're gonna take this pick tool, take this these old washers out, these old O-rings rather, There's a little channel in there to reach down in there and pull that out. Yeah, that's basically what it boils down to. Alright, so now we got our housing all cleaned up. We got to put our gaskets in here.
Yeah, we got 2 gaskets. The small gasket goes inside the housing here. Dang, this one even have a part number on it. That's crazy.
No, don't have
Then the big gasket goes on the outside of the housing here, which is, this is a different type animal. It'll go in there, but it's so tight that it'll want to stay like a circle material, circle shape, but it's got a point in it. So we're gonna have to find a way to keep that held in there. I'm gonna tell you the way I did it, which he might not want to do it that way. This is his thing. I got it, and I just stretched it. I just, barely stretched it. Then I fit it in there and stretched it some more until it fit in there where it just sit in there, and I didn't have to fight with it. But when we took it out, it had like a glue type material. I don't know what they used to hold it in there.
It's like some rubberizing glue or something along those lines.
So, but we're gonna let him figure that what he want to do on that.
All right. So first of all, what we're gonna do is we're gonna put this internal O-ring in there first,
and we're gonna put some grease on that. Just grease it up.
Put a little grease on it. Don't take that much. Just enough just to
lube it up and actually hold it in here. That's what a lot of that grease is for.
Alright, so I guess that's the reason why this is called red and tacky.
Red and tacky, that's the best grease that you can grab that I know of anyway.
Alright, so we got the O-ring down in there.
Now we're going to put the new housing that the impeller sits in inside here. And if you can tell, this got like a little lip on it. And it's got tabs on the back that goes in the holes in the actual cup. So this little cup part goes right in this area where it's a little cutout right here.
And that's where the water spills through.
Yeah, but no. You want to make sure you look at the holes in the bottom and make sure that's.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, actually, I see 1, 2, 3 sets of holes in there.
Okay.
But it's got one little smaller hole in the bottom of this cup, and I guess that lines up with this hole right here.
Yeah. So that cup goes in there like that, so it's gonna line up with these two right here.
Right, that two right there. So you see the other little hole there goes into that little slot.
It's lining up with that slot.
Lining up with that slot. So let's just lower that down in there. And so,
yeah, like I say, it's gonna put pressure on it when you put it down in there. So.
I just wanted to make sure that it was actually okay. Now I can see the actual slots.
Yeah.
In there. All right.
Okay.
So now we're gonna get the other, which this has a part number on it, but the other one did not. So
yeah, this is the one for the housing, outside the housing, and this is the part number for that.
But it does come in a complete kit. So if you get the complete kit,
so just let's just test fit that in there, and I'm gonna show you how it doesn't want to stay in there. See, it's always a corner want to come up, and you try to get it in that.
I'm gonna hold it from the top here, and let's see if you can get to the bottom.
It still is not, you can't turn that over and put it on there with it jumping out like that.
Yeah.
See, it always gonna want to come out.
Yeah. Now we might have to go to the stretch stick deal just to see.
It's like a game.
Yeah. So I don't know how you went about stretching it.
Let me do that.
Yeah.
Like I said, I just got it and just tried to fit it. See, it's almost down. Just a little bit more.
A little bit more stretching.
I know this. The Marine tech's probably screaming, "Don't do that! What are you doing?"
Yeah,
I'm trying to get it to fit in now.
yeah. It's not gonna you lose no PSI because it ain't that kind of deal. It's just a seal.
Okay, just one more.
One more little stretch.
And we're gonna grease it up good and put it back in there. So
it's almost like it don't want to come out.
I can't grab it.
Yeah.
That's all I need.
That's all you need. All right. We got to hold that cup in there, I guess, because it's a little loose. I guess while you hold that. Now, which way I'm going to be turning this?
Clockwise.
That way towards you, right?
Yep. And when you turn it clockwise, push it down, and there she goes.
All right. So now we sure our rubber's in place. At least we hope so.
No, you hope so.
You don't want me to come back, that so I think you hope so too, that
Yeah, it would be sitting up if it wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to pull it back off, do it again to make sure. But I don't think it's sitting up. It's nice and flush and flat.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna believe you.
I think we're good.
Yeah, I'm gonna believe you. All right. So.
Okay.
So now we got to put his housing back on here. And
I mean, you don't have to right this second. I mean, you can put the bolts in this thing because it just slide on top of this.
it just slide right into that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right. So now we're gonna put some new bolts in there.
I put Loctite on my boat.
Well, that's a good idea. I'm just gonna get them out. All right. See, I was wondering what those channel keepers was all about. Now I can see how they go on there, which is actually a good deal. As you know, remember when I took those out, I'm just running them past being that these are new, and of course they're galvanized, and they have a little coating on it, so that's probably something that was holding up. But as you remember, when I took these out, they were loose.
Yeah.
So and that probably was part of the problem that I had. I'm just snug, and I'm just gonna bring these down. Just a torque rating on here is just scary to me. I mean, it just don't even. I'm scared to tighten it down with my hand, let alone talking about
34 pounds. I mean, the screw that holds the lower unit to the boat is that the same rating.
And be quite honest with you, they were tight, and that was.
As long as I'm looking at the wrong thing. But whew, yeah, I could be looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm sorry, I am looking at the wrong thing. They don't have a torque rating on that for that.
On this here?
Yeah, I don't have one.
No, okay, all right. Well,
so this threw me off with that boat. It looked like erase all what I said about that torque rating on that.
Yeah,
we ain't gonna worry about
we
it.
ain't.
But that's why I said when I stopped, because I'm like, ain't no way.
No. I don't want you to give a feel to it.
So we just gonna hand feel these.
Because remember, this is aluminum, and you don't.
Oh, this is plastic. You know.
No, I'm talking about the sleeve in there. Last thing you want to do is boogie up the threads on that sleeve and that on that aluminum lower unit. It's finished.
All right, so we can put the.
All right, so now do we need to do any cleanup on this? Or you just.
Like I said, it's just sitting on top of this plate. It's up to you just to clean it because it's not sealing anything.
Okay.
It just help holding that front of that plate down.
All right. So now these are bolts that came with. Do you think we need to put some Loctite on them or?
On these bigger ones that.
And this here is.
Well, we can put them on all of them. It don't matter. That small one, and the Loctite. that Loctite's going to the other boat, but it's no reason not to Loctite these boats, because you still don't want that to back out of there.
No, you don't want it to back out. Because there's a lot of vibration going on down there.
Big time.
So
the whole time you running down the lake doing 70, hitting big water.
It's hard for me to put any kind of pressure on it. Because I've been around bunks as teenager before and worked on stuff, and
especially with that ratchet, that's extra long.
I already know it's got. Why don't you let you take a little feel on it? I think it's just where it needs to be. I think, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we need to do much after that.
Did you tighten that up?
Yeah, I tightened it up, but I'm gonna let you feel it too.
Well, that's about it, fellas. We like I said, we don't have a boat here to put it back on. He'll do that once he get back home.
Yeah.
Like I said, the Woodruff key is the problem with this whole deal. Like I said, it took us, I know, 30 minutes to figure out a way to get that Woodruff key out of there without destroying the
shaft
input shaft. So, but we did get it out, and what I like that we can't. Well, Andre came up with putting that metal cap back on the water pump, using the old plate, and with the slide hammer knocking on top of it. I mean, that saved.
Yeah.
It didn't save time. It just saved effort of trying to figure out something to
Yeah, well, then not messing around and boogieing up the new.
Yeah, making it go down on that level and all that good stuff. So.
And I like the way this was directly onto that Woodruff key, and you was able to knock it in there flush.
Yeah, but you think if you were by yourself, would you be able to hold that Woodruff key and hit it with a hammer?
Well, the thing about it is, I was holding the Woodruff key like this and holding it like this, and then just one little. It didn't really take but one little small tap for it to start setting itself in there. Then so once it's in there, then you can just hold it on there, and then just pop it on there. And actually using it, it was sitting on this, so you using that to level it with.
Yeah.
So that worked out.
So I think his motor should be peeing a lot better now. So we'll make sure later down the road we'll see him at a fishing tournament. And
well, we supposed to be doing a 2-man $2 challenge again.
Well, let me tell you what we are doing. And he feel like he done got grown up now and got a little froggy. He wants to do a $20 tournament bet. On this is on every turn we at the same place at the same time.
Same place, same time. So this is a little side bet on the actual prize money that's capable to be won. It doesn't even matter if we even place or not.
Yeah.
As far as money is concerned, placing in the money, that is. We're going to place, either this first place or last place. It's going to be a place.
Yeah, we're going to win something. Either $20 or lose $20. We're going to win something. So.
Yeah.
So that should be very interesting the whole year. So,
So he just fixed up this lower unit that's going to be used against him.
But he don't know I left out a screw.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to win that first tournament. I don't care.
Well, like I said, look, you know what I do with a troll motor.
Yeah. So we're gonna end this video right here. We're gonna try to clean up all our mess. It's amazing how much mess you can make in just one little project here.
But it saved a whole lot of money.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Not to mention downtime, because there's a wait at a shop to get, especially during the season.
Yeah.
They may have a 2-3 week to a month wait for them to even get to your boat. So.
Yeah. So I hope everybody liked the video, and make sure you subscribe to the video if you haven't. And like I said, we'll make sure we get Andre on here a lot this year. Hopefully we're gonna get him a GoPro so he can actually do some on the water footage. So he claimed he's a jig master, and we shall see this year. All right. If you ain't got nothing else to say, that's gonna be it.
So long.
All right, guys, we out of here. Till the next video. Thanks for watching.
out.